Okay, guys, we're going to get started. So today we're going to specifically be talking about the purpose of line and chart days and the rules associated with them and how you have them, why we're having them, all that kind of thing. But before we do, I wonder if there's any questions where you're struggling with something, have a question, what can I help you with? Because this is my way of trying to support you. I know you have the girls during the day to ask specific questions to, or you can get on my calendar if you need help. But this group format's really good too, because everybody learns from it, and it's an efficient way for me to get information to everybody. If you don't want your name mentioned because you're a little sheepish about your question, just put it in the Q&A. When you put it in the Q&A, I won't mention your name.
Travis,
Uh-huh.
it's Elizabeth.
Hey,
Hey, Renfo is not my friend now.
I was afraid of that.
Yes, I'm like, what? It's telling me I'm dehydrated. It's telling me I don't have enough muscle. I'm like, okay, now I have work to do.
Now we got work to do. That's a good thing though, right?
Absolutely, but it was a shocker because I was like doing so well in my head until this morning.
Yeah, yeah. Don't let it mess with your head. So
Okay.
you were feeling good, you were looking good. So nothing really changed but that darn info. And it's just saying, hey, guess what? It's a new day. It's a new day. We've got new goals, new things to work on.
Very true.
Yeah. But you're doing great. It shouldn't take away from how great that you're doing, because think about it. Before you knew those numbers, you were feeling really good about things. Don't let that change anything. You're just finding out that you're about to take things to an entirely different level. That's all.
Well, it's a truth serum, isn't it?
It's sobering, yeah. Yeah. It'll sober you up fast. Don't put too much stock into those biometric devices, though. It's more important to watch the trend, right? It's kind of like me going and checking my blood pressure over the weekend. My blood pressure was, one time it was running about right. I felt funny. And then when I got home, I dug out an old blood pressure monitor, and then it said like 175 over 110. So then I went to the CVS and put my arm in the cuff, and it was normal. But my emotions were up and down based upon a number that was probably not right either way anyway. Same thing with your info. It's more to show a trend, to show a trend. So if you're weighing in same time of the day, same amount of clothing or no clothing, whatever, and you do that consistently, you'll see a trend. And staying hydrated. You may even, if you're drinking a lot of hard water, tap water, it's harder to stay hydrated. So it might be saying, hey, you need to switch to more of a pH proper water, so that you can stay better hydrated or whatnot.
Those are all really good points, and I'm going to focus on them. I just, we had a little breakup this morning between my love affair with Renfo and okay, now I have a new boyfriend in town.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little more disciplined. Your other boyfriend, Rempfo number one, was a party boy. Rempfo number two is like, no, we about to get this in order. Jennifer says blood pressure raises with salt, caffeine, sugar, and stress. Absolutely. Renfo, Teresa, is a set of bathroom scales that is a real high value scale, quality value for pennies. And it comes with an app. That's amazing, because most scales like that cost at least $100. So good set of scales, Renfo. All right, y'all. Any other questions before we go to line and chart days? Anybody? Okay. Anybody want to tell me what you think line and chart days are? Anybody want to dare try to tell me how to have a line day? Deidre, we didn't. We still had some more work to do with it yesterday, but thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding
My day is meat that has 0 carbs, which was a shocker to me. I didn't know that meat could have carbs because it's not supposed to. I understand that now. I've thoroughly enjoyed the line days. Am embarking on a shark day today, so this could not be a more appropriate. I sent my scribbled out stuff to Kiara last night, and I was like, "Is all this legal?" So anyway, so I'm working on a recipe today at the store.
Yeah.
So, but they're great.
Pretty close. Somebody just said delicious. It fits it's a lot. If we plan, line and shark days are they're beneficial, they're fun. The longest I've been doing line and shark days is a full week, best I ever felt. The problem with that, well, the upside is you're getting all these amazing amino acids that are essential, and you're getting fats for satiation, you're getting the flavor, the things that you're missing in fat-free cheese, you're picking up with full fat cheese, and it's basically almost virtually zero carbohydrate if you do it right. And you'll lose a lot of water, you'll lose a lot of glucose, you'll burn a lot of fat, you'll preserve a lot of muscle, your energy levels might go through the roof. Believe it or not, even though you're not eating fiber, you'll get rid of waste initially. A lot of good things happen, but long term, I do not believe it's healthy to live that lifestyle because you're going to miss out on valuable phytonutrients, pre and probiotics. So you don't want to do it a long time. It's also a great food elimination protocol if you have autoimmune issues, breakouts, celiac, you have any autoimmune issues at all. You might want to try them because you can identify foods that are high in lectins or oxalates, and you can discover what might be causing your problem. I certainly did. I ate cabbage 3, 4, 5 times a week. Had no idea that that was causing me to break out in little rashes occasionally, but it was the oxalates in the cabbage that was causing me to have that autoimmune issue if I ate too much cabbage. How did I discover that? I did the line days, and then I started reintroducing back plant-based foods that were high in lectins and or oxalates, and immediately I broke out. So if I don't eat too much cabbage, I don't break out. If I start eating too much cabbage, I break out. Isn't that weird? But that's how you find, that's how you discover. See, you can doctor yourself in a lot of cases better than the doctor can if you know what you're doing. Not meaning you can prescribe or you don't need to go to the doctor with a bacteria. Like I got a bacterial infection right now. I need a doctor for a bacterial infection, right? I need a doctor. I'm not one of them quacks that say you don't need a doctor for anything, but we go to the doctor for too many things. And if you'll watch, they're Googling a lot of times. So you can, the more you know, not that you shouldn't go to the doctor, but you can be a co-partner. I bet you Dr. Murphy, who's a chiropractor, it helps if her client knows a little bit so they can help her diagnose what's wrong. A lot of times we're going, I don't know, but if we know a little something about how the human body works and nutrition, we can be a partner with our doctor in figuring stuff out. Food elimination protocol, a lot of issues that you have, maybe not even knowing you have, will begin to clear up. You do that with line and shark days if you do them right, which we're going to talk about doing. Cindy said that meat does not have carbohydrate, and that is correct. Anytime you pick up a meat at the supermarket and it has a single carb in it, they put something in it. Meat does not have carbohydrate. Now, we've got a little grace there. I'm not worried about 1 carb. I'm not worried about 2 carbs in meat. But you need to know that's not all natural. They're infusing something in there, okay? So any carbohydrate in meat, that's a no-no. You pick up imitation crab, that ain't crab. That's not real crab. That's minced fish with crab flavoring and a lot of starch so that it'll stick together. We can have it, but it's not ideal. So just pay attention to that. On line and shark days, we're sticking with the real stuff. There's no use on a line and shark day, no use in having approved turkey bacon. Let's have that real bacon, okay? If you save the turkey bacon for a regular perfect day, turkey bacon typically is going to be close. Some turkey bacon, a category 4. Line and shark days, we throw that out. We have real sausage. We have real bacon. We have real cheese, full fat, hump cheese, So we're having the real deal when it comes to line and shark day. So if you've been craving bacon and cheese, and got to be mindful when we're eating that much fat, what do we have to be mindful of? Do we have to be mindful of the fat bus on those days?
No calories.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. We're not worried about the fat bus on those days. We're worried about calories. Why would we be worried about calories?
Fat has a lot more calories than carbs.
That's right. One gram of carb, 4 calories. 1 gram of fat, 9. So more than twice the calories. So when you're looking at a portion on a plate, if it's fatty, it's more than double the calories of the same other thing that isn't fatty. So you do have to watch your calorie control on those days. You might, instead of a 6 to 8 inch plate, you might want to look at half of a 6 to 8 inch plate. But think about what you're eating. You get satisfied so fast. You're having bacon and eggs and sausage. Can you even eat an entire plate of bacon, egg? I can't even get all that down. So usually I'll have a couple of sausage patties, a couple of strips of bacon, a couple of scrambled eggs. Beautiful. And typically I'll only eat 2 eating episodes on a line and shark day. I just don't need that. I'll have a cup of coffee in the morning, and then for lunch and dinner, like lunch, for me, a line day would look like, we're about to look at the list. Maybe I have a cup of coffee, and then for lunch, let's say I have 2 scrambled eggs and some hump cheese and a piece of bacon. And then for dinner, I have some, let's say I have 6 ounces of ribeye steak. That's a great day. Boom, baby. That's good stuff. So does that make sense before I go to the list? Any questions about any of that? Cheryl said, right. We do have to fast longer for sure. So we'll get into that. But at the end of a line and shark day, at the end, and I forgot to cover this in the last class when we were talking about timing. For optimal results, never eat past sunset and before sunrise. Never. That's not a perfect day. You can do it, but it's not optimal. Same holds true for line and shark days. It would be best if you cut off your consumption as soon as the sun sets. From a circadian rhythm standpoint, how your body naturally flows and works best, we shouldn't be eating when the sun's not up. Does that make sense? So as soon as you're done with that last eating episode, you cannot eat again for 16 hours.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Line and shark days can become like the worst type days. So that illustration I just gave you, I had the eggs and the cheese and the bacon. And then for dinner, I had a steak. Not too much, a good steak, good portion of steak. And then I got the knickknacks. America's Got Talent comes on. I'm a little bored. It's 9 o'clock. And I have some popcorn that's approved. It's approved popcorn. What just happened? That's right, Joy. It's a bad day. I just ruined my whole day.
Stored all that fat from that day.
Yeah, that's the danger of a line and shark day, because if some of that fat hasn't metabolized that you consumed, here comes the fat bus. So as soon as I'm done, I know I got to pay for this now. I had the real deal. I'm not eating again for 16 hours. Is that clear, everybody? Those can be some of our best days, Cheryl, but they can become some of our worst.
Maybe you can incorporate those in some of our days soon.
You can. I'll let you do that. Cindy's asked about those too. Battle buddy days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
Cool.
All right, so we're going to go and take a look at where you find all this great information. So we go to the dashboard. We go to Tiger's Eye. And you go to your Tiger Day foods. We've talked about the rules. We can mark this in our weekly timing chart. So you've got Tiger's Eye approved foods, Tiger 16, Tiger 24, Tiger 36. Then you got Lion and Shark. Shark is the same as Lion. The only reason we have fun with that is because a lot of people, if they see any shellfish on the list, they'll throw this out. They'll throw the baby out with the bathwater. Because of allergic reactions, or they still have a covenant with the Old Testament, so they don't want to eat any shellfish, and I get it. So we've separated it out so that people like me can just say, I'm having a shark day for fun. So you've got your tier 1 foods. These are the foods that we should be sticking with, tier 1. We do allow for tier 2 and tier 3. These are going to be your low toxic plant-based foods, low toxin plant-based foods. So squash is very low toxicity, avocado, berries, cucumber, dill pickles. Mushrooms are debatable. They're not too bad. We pick up some good properties. Some people can have a problem with mushrooms, but it's not likely. So you got your tier 3 foods. So the food list that I gave you, that I hypothetically gave you, I could have incorporated squash with that steak. It's not ideal if you're doing this for food elimination purpose. It's not going to hurt you if you're doing it for weight loss purpose and you're not worried about the food elimination aspect of it. You got your tier 1 condiments. You'll see here we're basically keeping it to salt. If you want to add something, add cooking fats or salt. Stay away from condiments. Tier 2 condiments, if you're not too worried about food elimination, any 0 calorie, like Walden Farms calorie free. Tier 3 condiments that aren't too bad for you, like A1 steak sauce, little mustard, not going to hurt you probably. You got tier 1 beverages, tier 2 beverages, tier 3 beverages. Your for Lion and Shark days, notice this. This was an odd one for us. Notice MCT is tier 2. Look at what tier 1 is. Cow ghee. Ghee. It's so good for you. Okay. It's not as good for weight loss as MCT, but it's better for health and wellness. So you might want to consider ghee on your Lion and Shark days. And then you got vitamins. Any vitamin, you're going to be fine with your vitamins. They're going to be low in oxalates. And that's it. So you just pick from the list. Try to stay in tier 1, 0 carbohydrate, and that's a Lion and Shark day. Shrimp, crab, fish, whatever you like. It's all game. Having a struggle with knick-knacking. Hey, Stella, work on your why. Knick-knacking, typically, if one is really struggling with knick-knacking, it's emotional or it's really cravings, and cravings come back when we're not consistent. You may be, but not consistent with our blood sugar. So if you're having perfect holiday, that hormone insulin is going to cause cravings. So if you haven't been, you can get back consistent. The physical cravings will go away, but it may not address the emotional cravings. It may be an emotional need that you're having right now. Have you identified which one it is, whether it's physical, emotional, or both? Sometimes we just have to make that decision, and we have to hold space. It's physical. So if you're having perfect holiday and your insulin levels are out of whack, you'll have some physical cravings. The only way to get control of that is to just say no to your flesh and hold that space and get busy. The Bible says an idle mind will suffer hunger. My knick-knacking is usually before bed. That's when I have to hold that space, let that pass, or either find something else to do. Any other questions or comments? Anything at all? Questions about Lion or Shark days? Don't forget, mark them in your weekly timing chart. You know, the person that's really living the lifestyle, their chart will be beautiful. It will be perfect, efficient, EFB, Lion Day, EFB, Tiger 16, EFB, intermittent fasting day, holiday, Lion Day, Tiger Day, perfect day. It'll be the whole gamut. That's how you know you got a healthy mind here. You got people that they're getting it. Hey, they know every day they get up with a different state of mind, and they've got the right tool. They've got the right smooth stone in the shepherd's pouch to pull out for the day based upon the state of mind. State of mind changes midday. You know exactly what to do and what to go to offset any problems you're having based upon your cravings. Become a master of the program. Become a true master of our lifestyle, and you'll never need another diet. That's why I love it so much. Nothing fascinates me anymore. Every other program seems boring to me because you mean I either got to eat meat or nothing? You mean I got to eat plants or nothing? You mean I got to eat keto and no carbs? You mean I got to do? I love our program because every day I have a different state of mind, and I've got a smooth stone for whatever I'm feeling in my shepherd's pouch. Does that make sense, Sally? Become a shibboleth master. How do we get collagen and zip in those days? Collagen's perfect for a line and sharp day. Collagen boost is going to be a tier 1. By the way, Lisa, could you add that to the supplement list, tier 1? It's new. So collagen boost. So the zip is not going to hurt you. It's not going to be toxic. Take it for appetite control, Zip Slim, and collagen boost is perfect for a line day. That's all it is grass-fed, zero carbohydrate bovine. It's awesome. Anybody else? Don't forget your peak performance. It does matter. Sally says, I love the variety. If one gets bored, that's on them. Amen. I agree. They don't know the program if they get bored. And that's okay. It's okay. Patricia Hurt is a master. Sally's probably a master by now. And the more you learn about the program, the more fun it is. It's just fun. Just fun program.
Hey, Travis, I have a Melaleuca question.
Sure.
The metabolic peak performance for over 50 is out. Is that very common?
They've run out of it.
Yeah. I mean, does that kind of happen at the end of the month, or, I mean, is that
No, that's unusual for them.
okay?
Yeah, that's very unusual.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not out, but I'd never seen that before, so it kind of brought attention to
I
me.
know that I need to read into it. I know they've upgraded the product. I didn't get too excited about an upgrade because it was already great, but it may have something to do with that. I'll check into it for us though, because I go back and forth between total health and metabolic health.
Yeah. Well,
The one thing that I saw yesterday was that the upgrade is that they pulled out the Florify and put it in its own bottle for freshness, which is awesome.
I think so.
So there might be a packaging. I mean, there might be some issue with that, because they've started making all of it without
Yeah,
the
that's a
Florify.
good
That was a good thing.
assessment. Yeah.
So they'll send the Florify to you separately with the box.
To do some additional work.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're doing that for efficacy. Let's see what else we got. Have you ever done a line or shark day challenge? I haven't. Let me write that down, Jody. That's a good idea.
And speaking of challenges, I've been away with life. What is the latest challenges coming up?
Don't have one. Well, we do have one. 21-day self-mastery. I'll do an orientation soon on that. It starts Monday week, I believe. I think it starts June the 10th. I think's the day. We'll be doing an orientation, 21-day self-mastery. We also have the Battle Buddy Challenge going on right now. Battle Buddy is the way I started 20 years ago with grilled cheese sandwich, peanut butter sandwiches, 24-day jumpstart kit. And then we add to that every 3 or 4 days. It's like starting life over. It's a 12-week program. It's not so much a challenge as it is a real transformation. We pair you with a Battle Buddy, and then I support you every week. Jennifer right now says, is there a way to be matched with a Battle Buddy who has about the same amount to lose? Jennifer, do you mind telling us how much you have to lose, and we'll check and see if anybody's game for that. Yeah, I met with 8 special ladies yesterday. We got paired up and started the Battle Buddy. They'll start Monday. Jennifer, how much weight do you have to lose, and we'll check and see. Jennifer is wanting to lose 80 pounds. If there's somebody here that's between that 50 and 100-pound mark, you're wanting to lose between 50 and 100, and you would like to have a Battle Buddy to support you along with my meetings every week. I'll be meeting with the Battle Buddies. Let us know, and we'll get you and Jennifer in a session with me and get you started the right way. So Jennifer June, if anybody wants to battle with Jennifer, you can send me an email and I'll be on the lookout for you a Battle Buddy. If you'll just remind me, travisjack777@gmail.com. What we're doing is everybody's got to do it the same way though. It's a 10-day detox, very limited food, first 3, 4, 5 days, and we start expanding. Day 11, we go into the metabolic boost phase. And then day 25, we boosted our metabolism, we expand our variety, and we work hard to lose the amount of weight that we can lose up to 100 pounds in 12 weeks. Anybody else? Line and Shark Days clear? Tiger
Somebody
Day?
needs a Battle Buddy. They welcome to join our crew.
Awesome. Jennifer, if you want to join before they start Monday, let us know, and we'll be meeting with them again tomorrow. The Battle Buddies, Lisa, I will be meeting with all of them tomorrow at 1 o'clock again. No, 2 o'clock. Is it 2, Cindy? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock tomorrow. I'll meet with them again. So make sure you get on that schedule. Somebody just asked about Tiger Days. What's the difference? The Tiger Days are probably the best lifestyle days that we have. So if we go to Tiger, you have Tiger approved foods. I'm glad you brought that up. These are all of your Tiger approved foods. So Tiger Days are perfect days, but from a restricted food list. None of the foods on the Tiger list are really going to hurt you. You got to be careful with your potatoes and your long grain brown rice. All of these are good, healthy, mostly whole foods, very little processed food on this list. The difference between Tiger Days and a Perfect Days is the restricted food list, plus you have to involve a fast. So a Tiger Day, you can't have just any food from our approved list. It has to be Tiger food list. You still follow your portion rule, and you have either a 16-hour fast, a 24, or a 36. In addition to that, walking is recommended. What we're trying to do with Tiger Days is employ faith, nutrition, exercise, supplementation. We're trying to employ all of that. And that's a Tiger Day. It's just a step up above a regular perfect day. As well, I can go to the calculator. If there's a food that you're going through the grocery store and it's processed, it's in a package, a can, and you want to know if you can have it on a Tiger Day, you come to the calculator and you go to Food for Tiger Day. That's Sergey's language. He's Ukrainian, so he says Food for Tiger Day. So if you're trying to approve a Food for Tiger, you got a nutrition label, plug it in exactly as it is, and then you can check it, and it'll tell you if it's approved. So, for example, it's 100 calories on the label, has a nutrition label, 2 fat grams, 18 from fat. What are total carbohydrate grams? Let's say it was 5. No sugar, 5 sugar alcohol, 1 fiber. Total proteins 12. And then we check it. Oh, Tiger. And it says it's approved. And it tells us, let me find it. Your food is shibboleth approved. This food is approved for Tiger users. So if it's not on the list and you want to know if you can have it for a Tiger day, that's how you do it. Yes, Jennifer, that was Cindy. Cindy invited you to their battle buddy. There's 3 of them ladies now. So you would make a 4th if you want to meet with them tomorrow. Anybody else?
Hey, Travis.
Hey.
I have another question about the Melaleuca.
Okay.
My husband and I are both taking the 50 plus. Should we be taking the one for women and then one for men?
I've talked to them about it. I see so little difference in the products. I think it's more for marketing, but I've talked to them and they said the right thing for me to do is if you're a lady and they have that product and it says for women, that's the one that you should go with. And if you're over 50, over 50, you should go with over 50 products anytime. The more they said, it's all nuanced depending on gender and age. So.
Okay, so if we're over 50, we both should just be taking the over 50.
Yeah, that's what they recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Yeah, I'm sitting here looking, I'm 50, about to be 54, and it's ego, isn't it? I just can't make myself get the over 50. I'm looking at mine now and it ain't the over 50. No one beats Father Time, do they?
It's just like those numbers in that metal box. They're just numbers.
Right.
Isn't that what you tell somebody about that metal box?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Practice what you preach. Anybody else? Everybody satisfied? Hearts and minds clear? We will have our partner meeting tonight. I believe it's at 7 p.m. So you'll get a text before that. We still are trying to recruit partners. We got 30 days to pull off a miracle. I know I can't pull it off. Partners can't pull it off, but the Lord can. And I'm satisfied that He's going to. So, all right, y'all. We love you in the Lord, and we'll close out in a word of prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in the earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day, Lord, our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen and amen. Thank y'all. We'll talk soon.